Okay, so I hope you are understood with this. This is very clear and you are getting a clear idea about it. So these are the various methods where discharge will take place, but in this breach is given in detail. Discharge by breach is given in detail, and we're talking about this breach and what are the remedies. What are the remedies in breach? What are the remedies for breach? Okay, let us understand this. What do you mean by breach? Breach means party refused to perform or party failed to perform. Example, I committed that I will pay you 1 crore and take your flat, but I failed to give you 1 crore. I failed to give you 1 crore. Very, very clear. Or I don't want to give you 1 crore. I don't want to buy your, my performance is defective. I do not perform. I don't offer for performance. I did not offer that I will give you 1 crore. Now I have done breach. I failed to perform or refuse to perform. That is breach. Very, very clear. Understand this. I'll give you example. Breach of contract. Breach of contract. Failed to perform or refuse to perform. Refuse to perform. Very, very clear. You fail to perform or refuse to perform. Breach are of two types. Actual breach, actual breach, and second type, ignore my international writing, and anticipatory breach. Breach are of two types, actual breach and anticipatory breach. So what are these two types? See, example, painter is being appointed and he will come down on 10th November to paint the whole office. On 10th November, he do not come, or on 10th November he called and said, I will not come down. When due date is there, on that day he is denying performance, is actual breach. He promised that he will come on 10th November. On 1st November, he called and tell that, sorry, I am unable to come. On 1st November, in advance, he is telling that is anticipatory breach. So when breach take place on due date, it is actual breach, and with breach takes place before due date. Before due date is which breach? Anticipatory breach. If breach takes place on due date, it is actual breach, and it takes place before due date, it is anticipatory breach. In this, I have two options. That painter who was planning to come on 10, he on 1st November he informed that he will not come. So I'll tell, okay, leave. I'll appoint another painter. So can I cancel the contract? Yes, I can cancel the contract. I can resend the contract. Very, very clear. I can cancel the contract or I can resend the contract. Very clear, friends. Yes or no? Do you understand this? Are yes or no? Tell me, tell me. I can cancel it or I can resend it. To be very clear. Okay. So now understand here, same way, or I can tell no, no, don't do this way. We trusted you. Now we don't have any other person. You have only come. We'll wait for you. So we have another option. Wait till due date. Wait till due date. Either we can cancel it immediately or we can wait till the due date. So we have two options. Very clear, guys. So they have written the same way. Course of action for anticipatory breach. What do you mean by anticipatory breach? That breach which takes place before due date is anticipatory breach, and the breach which takes place on the due date is actual breach. Anticipatory breach, there are two things: cancel the contract or wait till the due date. Cancel the contract or wait till the due date. Do you understand this? So either he can cancel it or wait till the due date. These are the two options which are available. Do you understand this? Yes or no? Let us take certain example. See the landmark case. Okay, the landmark case is A hired B in April to act as a courier commencing employment from 1st June, but wrote to B in May that he is cancelling the contract. Now B can file a case for breach immediately after repetition. Okay, see what happened. He is going to he appointed in April one employee from 1st June. Now in May he is telling that he will not appoint. He is cancelling the appointment. That is called as which breach? That is called as basically anticipatory breach. Same way, A hired B ship to carry the cargo from Russia Later on, B repudiated the contract. A delayed taking action, hoping that he would change his mind. What A is doing? Waiting. He hired a ship. They delayed. They did not. They cancel it. Okay. Now he is hoping that he will change the mind before performance. War broke. Now let's see what is happening. I'll tell you. Wait. Just hold on. Example. Now you are waiting till the due date. There are two things. Example. Shah Rukh Khan promised that he will perform on Christmas 3 dances and will charge 10 crore in the event. Okay, so now what is happening in this case? Shah Rukh Khan promised that he will dance on 25th December. On 1st December, Shah Rukh Khan said to the event company that he will not do the show. He will not do the show. So which breach it is? Tell me friends. Which breach it is? 25th December, Shah Rukh Khan promised that he will perform. On 1st December, he denied performance. Which breach it is? Actual breach or anticipatory breach? Actual breach or anticipatory breach? It is anticipatory breach, correct, Preksha? Okay. Now, what event company have an option? They'll tell, okay, sir, you not coming, we also not make the payment. We appoint Akshay Kumar to come and dance. Or they'll tell, no, no, sir, don't do this. Based on your popularity, we have booked, we have taken the booking also. We believe that you will come. Now, 25th, before 25th December, on 15th December, there is a COVID guidelines that no social gathering and no public gathering allowed. Now Shah Rukh can tell, sir, now see what can I do? Even if I'm ready, now government is not allowing. There is supervening impossibility. There is an impossibility. So there is a change of law. So now it may happen that promiser, who is promiser? Shah Rukh Khan can take advantage of impossibility. He can tell that, see, government is only not allowing now. What is my mistake? Or now Shah Rukh Khan is like, okay, done. I'm ready to come on 25th. Now event companies denying, not allowed. Promiser is ready to perform. Event companies denying, not allowed. Now event company need to take his acceptance. Very clear. Now promiser ready to perform. Now promisee cannot deny performance. Very clear. So guys, this is what are the remedies available. What are the remedies? See, first thing, the remedy. If I promise to deliver the car, I don't deliver the car. Can you claim a damage from me? Yes or no? If I promise to deliver the car, I don't deliver the car. Can you claim damage from me? Yes or no? Yes. Very clear. Suppose example, from a gold shop, I promised to buy 10-gram gold for rupees 50,000. Now the gold shop did not give the gold. I took gold from another shop 55,000. There is a loss of 5,000. I have to pay extra because the market price increased. A ready to buy gold from B, but B did not deliver it. Now A is taking the gold from C for 55,000. He need to pay extra 5,000. Can he claim damage from B? Yes. But in every situation, damage is not a remedy. In every case, damage is not a remedy. Example, my ancestral property is with Anisha. Example, I called Anisha that please sell my ancestral property. I am ready to pay any amount. Anisha is telling, give me 5 crore. Okay, done. We signed the contract. I have given 5 crore. Now, Anisha is denying to give the property, breach the contract, telling take this money back, take interest, take damage. Well, no, don't give me damage. Damage is not the solution. I want the property only. I will go in the court and tell that buying another property will not serve my purpose. I want only that property. I want the promiser to complete the promise, fulfill the promise. Getting the contract performed is called as suit for specific performance. Getting the contract performed is called as suit for specific performance, and stopping is called as injunction. So what is stopping? I'll give example. Example, A is working with TCS and he promised that he will not work with the competitor. Now A is working in TCS from morning 8 to 3 o'clock and in the evening 6 to night 2 p.m. he is working with Tech Mahindra. Can TCS file a case against A and stop him from working with Tech Mahindra? Can TCS file a case against A and stop him from working with Tech Mahindra? Yes or no, friends? A is working with Tata Consultancy Services and he promised that Tata Consultancy Services will give you 35 lakhs. Don't work with the competitor. Now A is working with TCS and parallelly working with the competitor Tech Mahindra. Can TCS file a case and stop A from working? Yes or no? Tell me, friends, yes or no? Please comment. Can TCS? Sneha K is telling yes, sir. What about others? I'm repeating my question. If TCS have contracted with A that he will not work with the competitor, A will not work with the competitor, A is working with the competitor. Can TCS stop A from working with competitor? Yes. Stopping is called as injunction. Stopping is called as injunction. Stopping is called as injunction and getting performed is called as specific performance. Getting performed is called as specific performance and stopping is called as injunction. Stopping is called as injunction. Getting performed is specific performance. Taking the losses is damage. And what is quantum merit? Quantum merit means as much as earned. I'll give you example. As much as earned. Very, very clear. Example. Now, example. A is a singer. He is ready to sing in a restaurant. He is ready to sing in a restaurant in a week, twice, 2 days per week, and he will work for 6 months. Okay. Now he have sing for and per day he'll get 1,500. Okay. Now A has sing for 2 days. Now restaurant is denying contract with him. So there is a breach. So can A recover at least money for 2 days? That is 1,500 into 2 days, 3,000 rupees. Yes or no? Can A recover money from that is singer at least 3,000 rupees? Yes, that is quantum merit. Recovering the money as much as you delivered is called as quantum merit. Are you understanding this? So now this was about your contract. Now we are coming towards indemnity. Then we are trying to complete guarantee. And then we are coming towards some part of agency, which major part I'll try to complete up. But not complete. Major thing is done for the contract. But now I'm coming towards guarantee contract. Let us come towards guarantee contract and understand. See, what is guarantee? Many things happen. In guarantee, there are three parties. In guarantee, there are three parties. What are the three parties? I'll tell you. In guarantee, there are three parties. Suppose example A. Example, Amitabh Bachchan. I'll give you a brief idea about what is indemnity guarantee and agency. Suppose example. Are you listening? Are you there? Who all are present? Just put your name faster. Let me know who all are present. Yes, Pavana, Anisha, Ashrita, Fatima, Nisara, Hitesh. Okay. There is A. Okay. There is A. Amitabh Bachchan. Okay. And Amitabh Bachchan. And there is suppose example another one, Amitabh Bachchan. So Rakhi is joining Amitabh Bachchan's firm. So Rakhi is joining Amitabh Bachchan firm. Amitabh Bachchan is not sure to appoint Rakhi or not in Amitabh Bachchan company. So Salman Khan give guarantee that he take the performance guarantee. Rakhi will do it. If Rakhi does not do properly, I am liable. So there are three parties. One is the creditor to whom guarantee is given. Rakhi is the debtor for whom guarantee is given, and who gives the guarantee is a surety. Who gives guarantee is a surety. Another example. Another example I'll take. Suppose Anil Ambani. Anil Ambani is in need of 1000 crore from State Bank. Okay, Anil Ambani is in need of 1000 crore from State Bank, SBI. Okay, but State Bank is not sure. Mukesh Ambani tells that give money. If he does not pay, I will pay. So there are three parties. One is debtor for whom guarantee is given. Okay. State Bank is the creditor to whom guarantee is given, and who gives guarantee is surety. So first Anil Ambani is liable to pay the money. If he does not pay, then only Mukesh Ambani will pay the money. So who is first liable? Who is primarily liable? Is it a debtor or surety? Who is primarily liable? Is it a debtor or surety? Friends, tell me. It is the debtor who is first liable, primarily liable, and if debtor makes a default, then only surety is liable. It is secondary liability. This is secondary liability. Do you get this? Do you understand this? So that is guarantee contract. So in a guarantee contract, what is happening? Contract to perform the promise or discharge the liability of a third party in case of default. If he default, he will complete the promise, he will fulfill the debts and the liabilities. If he default, then he will perform. This is guarantee. And in guarantee, there are three parties. One is surety who gives guarantee, one is debtor to whom guarantee is given, and one is creditor to whom guarantee is given. Surety, debtor, and creditor. See, very simple. It can be either oral contract, written contract, but in English law, it must be written contract. Let us see what is the example. A has given loan to B and C promises to A that if B does not repay the loan, C will do it. See what has happened. A has given loan to B. So now he is a creditor. He is a debtor. And C promises to A that if he does not pay, he will pay. So this is guarantee contract. Very, very clear. So now in this guarantee contract, what are the scenario? This is guarantee contract. Now let us understand what is indemnity contract. What is indemnity contract? See, in indemnity contract, there are not three parties. There are only two parties. That is, first party is indemnifier and second party is indemnity holder. Example, insurance contract is indemnity contract. See, in indemnity contract, party promises to compensate the loss. If you suffer loss, take loss from me. Party compensate to suffer loss, whether loss is done by you or done by someone else. Example I'll take. Car insurance. A is owing a BMW car and he has taken a car insurance from ICICI Lombard. Now, what has happened? A banked the car against a tree, will pay the loss. A, A car is banked by B, this will be a loss. So there is a understanding between two parties. One is indemnifier who will make good the losses, that is insurance company, indemnifier, and second is indemnity holder, that indemnifier will pay the loss to A, that is indemnity contract. Very, very clear. So let us read this. Let us understand this. A contract of indemnity is a contract by which one party promises to save the other party from loss caused by his conduct or by someone else. Caused by his conduct or by someone else is called as indemnity contract. Do you understand this? Yes or no? Please read this. I'm waiting for you guys. Waiting for your comments. Okay, now I'm coming back. So, what is the difference between indemnity and guarantee? What is the difference between indemnity and guarantee? Understand here. See, indemnity and guarantee, the very first difference is in indemnity there are two parties and in guarantee there are three parties. Is it right? Let me make an example. In indemnity there are how many parties? Two parties, indemnifier and indemnity holder. But in guarantee there are three parties, that is surety, debtor and creditor. Do you understand? Let me make this, I'll make a new, just hold on. Sorry. Indemnity and guarantee. Okay, let me make a column and let us discuss this one by one. So indemnity and guarantee. In indemnity there are how many parties? Two parties. Indemnifier and indemnity holder, there are three parties. Okay, now if we compare it again, if we compare this again, we are talking about liability. Liability. See, if I bang my car or someone else bang my car, first I need to recover from the third party or I can directly recover from the insurance company. Tell me. My question is, some third party bang my car. Do I need to recover loss first from him or can I directly recover from the insurance company? Tell me. I can directly recover from insurance company even if I take actions against third party or don't take action against third party directly. That is, indemnifier is primarily liable. Indemnifier insurance company is primarily liable. I need not fight with him. I can directly compensate the loss from the insurance company. I need not fight with the third party. Very, very clear. So here indemnifier is primarily liable. Okay, liable. But in guarantee contract, who is primarily liable? Surety or debtor? Who is first liable? Surety or debtor? Tell me. Who is first liable? Surety or debtor? Yes, it is the debtor. Debtor is primarily liable. And now if debtor does not pay, then you can recover money from surety. Acha, can insurance company file a case who banged my car? Can insurance company file a case on third party who banged my car? Tell me yes or no. No. They cannot fight with them. I can fight, but they cannot fight. But can surety in case of Mukesh Ambani can file a case against Anil Ambani and recover money? Again, I am repeating. See, there are two situations. There is A who is having a BMW car and he has taken ICICI insurance. B come and bang the car. Now, A can directly recover. A can directly recover from the insurance company. A can directly recover from the insurance company, right, friends? So they are primarily liable. Primarily liable. Now, Anil Ambani, okay, Anil Ambani has taken loan from State Bank of India and Mukesh Ambani has given guarantee to State Bank. Now, who is primarily liable? Debtor. Primarily liable. Now he does not pay the money. Can the bank recover money from Mukesh Ambani? Yes. Can Mukesh Ambani file a case and recover money from Anil Ambani? Can Mukesh Ambani file a case if he pays State Bank 1000 crore? Can he recover money from Anil Ambani? Yes or no? Tell me, friends. Yes. But can ICICI Lombard recover from B? No. They cannot file a case on third party, but he can file a case on third party and recover the same. Mukesh Ambani can file a case on Anil Ambani, but ICICI Lombard cannot file a case on third party who banked the car. Very, very clear. Understand this. So basically, here indemnifier cannot take action against third party, but surety can take action against debtor. Same way, what is the object? Compensate loss. What is the main object here? To compensate the loss. And what is the main object here? Guarantee that performance will take place. We are sure, guarantee that performance and money you will get. Performance will take place. So these are the major difference between, that is basically indemnity, guarantee. Now there is a part which is agency. See, when in real life you become a big businessman, you cannot be present on every situation and in every transaction. You do lakhs of transaction, but you cannot be a part of lakhs of transaction. So you appoint someone to enter on your behalf the various transactions. So you appoint someone to enter on your behalf the various transactions. Are you getting this? So you enter on your behalf the various transactions. Okay. So when you appoint someone to enter on your behalf the various transactions, that is called as agency. You are principal and the others are agent. Imagine, can Mukesh Ambani run everywhere? Can he go and enter into business with everyone? No, not possible. So Mukesh Ambani will appoint various representatives who will deal on behalf of Mukesh Ambani. That arrangement is called as agency, and basically Mukesh Ambani will become principal and the person who is being appointed is called as agent. Very, very clear. So see, agent is a person who is employed to bring his principal into contractual relationship with the third party. Agent is mere a connecting link between the principal and the third party. But during the period agent is acting principal, he is clothed with the capacity of principal. He is like a principal. Now, how you create agency? There are various ways you create agency. Understand here. I'll give a chart for this. Creation of agency. First is express. By words you create agency. Like my sister, she has signed a power of attorney, and on her behalf I give flat on rent. On her behalf I collect rent. On her behalf I go in the society meeting. On her behalf I pay maintenance. So there is express agency which is by words. Words can be oral or written. Oral or written, friends. See, like you are going downstairs somewhere, so your parents say go and get the grocery. We have called the grocery fellow, just collect the bag. On their behalf you are collecting, and you have oral agency where you written contract is not required. Are you getting this? So this is by express. Express is basically by words. See, this express is by words, it can be oral or written. So see, contract by agency may be oral or written. Usually written is power of attorney, which gives authority on behalf of principal, and everything is written. Okay. Now there is implied, and there is next is basically agency by necessity. Okay. There is implied and there is agency by ratification. I'll explain. Don't worry. I'll explain. So what is ratification? See, I sold my father's property and then I took the permission. First I acted agent and then I took the permission. I took the consent afterwards. I took the permission afterwards. When the consent to act as agent is taken afterwards, when the approval is taken later on, is called as agency by ratification. Are you getting this? Example. My staff made the payment and then later on made the payment on my behalf, 10,000 rupees. And when I come to office, sir, we made the payment. You should have asked me. Sorry, sir, there was some, we made the payment. We were not aware. Okay, okay, it's fine. So they took the consent afterwards, later on. That is called as agency by ratification. And you took the consent to act as agent in the beginning. That is express agency. Are you understanding this? Are you listening? Yes or no, friends? See, when the person has no authority to act as agent, the principal is not bound by his act. But if the principal may approve it, ratify the agent transaction, in this way it comes into picture agency by ratification. See, do I have the authority to sell my father's property? Yes or no? Do I have the authority to sell my father's property without asking him? Yes or no? No, but I sold the property and now my father said, okay, now you have done it. It's fine. I approve it. My father has given the authority later on. Such arrangement is called as agency by ratification. Agency by ratification. And now I am coming towards implied agency. That is first, wife as agent. Can the wife go and take the necessaries and make husband liable for the necessaries? Can he go? Can she go and take buy the necessaries, like grocery and everything, and make husband liable? Yes or no? Yes, there is implied authority that wife can bind the husband. Okay, there is implied authority that wife can bind the husband. Yes or no? Are yes or no? Yes. Second, agency by necessity. Agency by necessity. Suppose example, we have we have purchased 10 horses from Delhi to Pune. It is coming in railway, but we were not able to reach and collect our horses on time. We delayed by 2 days. So don't you think it is the responsibility of railway department to look after the horses and their food and everything? Later on they can collect money from us, but don't you think they should look after the horses and provide food to them? Yes, railway is working like agency by necessity. Agency by necessity. And third is agency by estoppel. Agency by estoppel. So what is agency by estoppel? See, example. Example. The car belongs to my brother. And he's telling the whole world, my own brother, Mayur Agarwal is the owner, Mayur Agarwal is the owner, Mayur Agarwal is the owner. People believe that I am the owner of the car. Example. Now, on that belief, I sold the car to Ramlal. Ramlal, now my brother is denying, no, he is not the owner. Now, Ramlal will tell, wait, you cannot deny what you said before. Estoppel. You said that Mayur Agarwal is the owner. On that belief, you purchased the car from him. Now you are denying that. You are not allowed to deny it. Such, under this situation, I become agent by estoppel, where someone believed that I am the agent. My brother made a representation that I am the agent. Based on that, other purchased the car from me. Now he cannot deny it. Such situation is agency by estoppel. So guys, with this a major part of contract we have done. I hope you are understanding it. Tell me friends, yes or no? So now we are starting with a very important topic, a topic which is the base of law. A topic which is not only in ET level but also will be in detail when you come to executive level. The topic is Indian Constitution or Constitution of India. Very clear, guys. This is the base of law. The mother of every law is Indian Constitution. The highest superior thing in country is the Indian Constitution, and everything comes below the Indian Constitution. There are three pillars of every Indian Constitution or the country, and the Indian Constitution have majorly three. In fact, in sometimes I talk about four pillars, but yes, three pillars are there. So what are the three pillars of Indian Constitution? I'll just discussing that. Okay. So I'll give you an idea about what are the three pillars of our Indian Constitution. Just hold on. So first thing, suppose this is Indian Constitution. Okay. Now this is Indian Constitution whereby the three pillars are, the first pillar is basically legislation. The second pillar is executive, and the third pillar is judiciary. Okay, these are the three pillars. What does legislation do? They are lawmakers. They make law for the country. Okay, and the law is made by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The law is made by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Very, very clear. Let us understand this. Rajya Sabha. Okay. That is basically House of People and Council of States. Executive is various ministries who implement the law. Various ministries who implement the law. Police commissioner, they check whether income tax commissioner, they check whether you are following the law or not. And when people are not happy or people think that the law meaning was not correct, interpretation was wrong, they will approach judiciary, that is courts, where the courts will interpret the law. The courts will interpret the law. Example, like Ministry of Finance, and under ministry there is a Department of Income Tax. Income tax is telling that Geo should pay a tax of 10,000 crore. Geo is telling we are liable only for 3,000 crore as per the calculation and as per the law. Then income tax and Geo are not happy with each other. They will approach judiciary and get a clear idea okay, what should be the scenario. So these are the three pillars of Indian Constitution: legislation, executive, and judiciary. Legislation are lawmakers, executive are law implementers, and judiciary is basically law. Basically, we'll talk about judiciary is law interpreter. Very clear. So if you understand this, see what is happening in the Indian Constitution. In part 2, they are talking about who is citizen. In part 3, when it comes to part 3, they are talking about your rights and as well as your duties. Okay, under 51. Okay, part 4a. Okay, and basically, if I'm talking about under part 4, it is your DPSPs. So, what are the major things you have to do? Part 3 is majorly applicable and part 4 is majorly applicable. Part 3 is basically what are your rights. Part 4 is what are the directions while making law. What are the principles to be followed while making law. And part 4a is about your duties towards the country. And then we are talking about President, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and things. Very, very clear. So let us first understand basically part number 2, under which who is a citizen of the country, who is the citizen of the country and who are considered as a citizen of our part. Very, very clear. So basically citizenship is talked about in article number 5. See, this is something unique. See, in every act we use section, but in constitution is superior. So we will not use section number, we will use article number, which is called dhara in Hindi. Okay, article 370, dhara 370. Getting my point? So guys, this is called articles, whereby in Indian constitution they are said to be basically what? They are said to be articles in Indian constitution, and in the act it is basically the articles. Very, very clear. Now, who is citizen? Article number 5. Those who are born in the territory of India, or whose parents were born in the territory of India, or who is residing in India for not less than 5 years when Indian constitution commences. Whenever Indian constitution came, okay, obviously Republic Day, Okay, so Indian Constitution came. Okay, and before that 5 years, who come to India and stayed in India for more than 5 years are Indian citizens, are a citizen of India. Very very clear, guys. So understand here. The first thing is that who was born in the territory of India, or either of their parents were born in the territory of India, or basically who has been ordinarily resident for not less than 5 years preceding the commencement of the act or the constitution, will be considered as citizen of India, who are born in India, who parents were born in the territory of India, and who came into India and stayed for minimum 5 years before the commencement of constitution, will be considered as the citizen. Now let us come to directly part 3, because that much is only there. And in the part 3, what are your rights? The rights, fundamental rights. First, article number 12. First, article number 12, they are talking about what is a state. What is a state? Okay. So whenever the state word comes up, see, as per article 12, what do you mean by the word state? Definition. Can you see this? Bear in this bear, article number 12 is defining what? Is defining what? State. Let me show you this. See this definition. In this part, whenever they are telling the state should, so what do you mean by state? State means government of India, state government, local bodies, okay, local bodies and authorities within the territory of India, and those who are under the control of government. All these things like central government, state government, local bodies, and all the entities which are under the control of the government, like government company, will also be called as state. Again, I am repeating, as per Article 12, Government of India, government and legislative assemblies, local bodies, and the which are under the control of the government will be considered as state. Very, very clear. Now, let us come to Article number 14. What do you mean by equality before law and equal protection of law? See, equality before law. Law will not do any bias thing. Rich will be giving more privileges, poor are not given privileges. Celebrity is given a privilege and others are not given privilege. Whether it is a celebrity, politician, poor, rich, anyone, law is will treat them equal. Therefore, that Anda Kanun we talk about. The law will not do any biasness. Law will protect, and law will treat each and everyone. If it is poor, same punishment. Rich, same punishment. Whether celebrity, they will not be behind, they will not be at home, they will be kept in jail if required. And we have seen India, Sanjay Dutt, Salman Khan, and everyone. I'm not pinpointing particularly, right? So what is my point? Law will treat equally and not give any privilege. That is equality before law. But when it is equal protection of law, see, whether arrest, in a arrest, example, okay, suppose Kassab was arrested, but till the crime was proved and the court ordered about decision taken, he was given the same privilege. No one should hit him, kill him. He should get food, he should get stay. That was basically because of Indian Constitution. Equal protection of law, whether he is a part of India or not a part of India. We will protect all people right, and therefore it is here it will secure all the persons right within the territory of the jurisdiction of Union of India. Very clear. So whether it is a foreigner or Indian, whether it is anyone who stay in India, we will protect every people's right. That is equal protection of law. Very, very clear. Whether it is artificial person, whether it is a company, whether citizen, non-citizen, everything will be the same. That is equal protection of law under Article 14. Then I am coming to 15. Don't discriminate people. Don't discriminate based on religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them. Suppose you come. Okay, suppose you are men, you are getting more privileges. You are the other is woman, no privileges. Or old and child, same treatment should be done. No discrimination, no Hinduism, no Islamism, Christianity, everyone is equal in the eyes of law. Constitution is telling that don't discriminate against any citizen. Who will not discriminate? State. The state should not discriminate any citizens on the ground of religion, race, caste, place of birth, and any of them. Similarly, don't discriminate. Okay, you cannot put an entry restriction like only rich can come to mall, poor cannot come to mall. Okay, only this caste can come, this caste cannot come. Can you put a restriction on anyone to access the shop, public restaurants, hotel, and public entertainment, or any tanks, well road? Only rich people can go from this road, poor cannot come from this road. Such discriminations are not allowed under Article 15.1 and 15.2, but there are exceptions. Can the state make special provisions for women and children for their upliftment? Tell me yes or no. The state can make special provisions for women and children. Similarly, the state can make special privileges for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and socially backward and economically backward the citizens who are. Similarly, if I am talking about, the state can make provision for educational, okay, provision for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, so that they get private education, and whatever may be, they get a good education, so they can make privileges. And similar fashion, they can make special provision for who is economically weaker, to uplift them. All these are exceptions under Article 15, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you understanding this? Same way, let us come to 16. Whenever it is a government job, whenever there is a government job, suppose if you are this caste, will give you government job, will make you police commissioner. If you are this caste, will not make you. Such discrimination based on religion, race, caste, place of birth is allowed or not allowed? Tell me, friends. In case of government job, whenever there is a public employment, such things are not allowed under Article 16. Under Article 16, everyone should get equal opportunities in the matters relating to employment or appointment of office under the state. But also there should not be any description based on religion, race, caste, place of birth, etc. But there are certain exceptions. There are certain exceptions. You have to understand this. Can they tell if we require this qualification only, those will can apply? See, can they give qualification based criteria? Okay, if you are minimum graduate, then only you'll get a government job. Allowed or not allowed? Based on qualification, can they discriminate? Yes or no, friends? Tell me. Based on qualification, can they discriminate? Yes or no? Yes. Based on qualification, they can discriminate. Similarly, are you able to get this? Based on seniority, can they promote? Okay, if those who are senior will be promoted first, those who are junior will not be promoted. Can they do that? Yes, 100% yes. Based on, based on, again, see, based on what I'm trying to tell here, if you belong to particular territory, suppose there is a Maharashtra government and they are telling we'll provide job first to all residing in Maharashtra. Can that be a criteria? Yes, that can be a criteria to do so. Are you able to understand this? Yes or no? Correct. So this was about this. Then untouchabilities. This is something very bad. See, some people cannot touch the, cannot drink water from tanks. If they touch it, that tap was considered to be, something which is very bad, a curse to everyone. They were boycotted from the society. Such untouchabilities are said to be abolished, and no one can continue under Article 17. Abolition of titles. See, what do you mean by titles? Means Raja Sahib. Discrimination among people. Britishers did the same. They give the various title to king, queen, and other few people, and other, there was a differences created in the society. Such things is not allowed. Any British titles, any outsider's title, foreign title cannot be used in India just to create a differentiation among society. Like many people were called as Sir, Raja, Raj Bahadur, Rai Sahib, etc. etc. These titles which is trying to create a certain class of persons which are superior, regarded to be superior, will not be allowed. It will create inequality. Everyone is equal. But something a title like military title, colonel, lieutenant, or educational title like example doctor this ca this cs this educational title are allowed or not allowed. Okay, so academic and military titles are basically allowed. You are based on your performance keeping that title, but otherwise any title from any foreign state is not allowed. So that is article number 18. That is article number 18. See, any title which is creating inequality among the society is not allowed. And basically, if I'm talking about any title which is creating inequality is not allowed, but military based and academic based titles are allowed. Same way. Now, Article 19 is, see, all our rights. Article 19 is guaranteed fundamental rights. Article 19 is your guaranteed rights which should be protected. Confirm rights. Okay. So what is guaranteed rights? Confirm rights. I'll explain. See, freedom of speech and expression. Are you allowed to keep your opinion in the country? Are you allowed to give suggestions? Yes or no? Or you are not allowed? You are allowed. Completely allowed. That is your freedom of speech and expression. And therefore, many times, any politician talk anything. They misuse this freedom of speech and expression. They, like example I should not talk about, but yes, sometime a politician may talk rubbish and they're telling it is our freedom of speech and expression, not allowed. Can you assemble peacefully without arms, like candle march? You do. Okay, candle march, you gather for some protest, but it should be peaceful protest with some without arms and ammunition. Obviously, you are not taking rod, knives. Okay, so candle march take place many times in the country. You see this, such photographs will tell you this is peaceful protest which is happening, and under the law it is completely allowed, which is there. Are you able to get this? No government can stop you from doing these things. No government can stop you from doing these things. Are you listening, friends? Are you there? Please tell me. Are you there? Okay. Then, forming unions for your welfare. Can you come together and form a union? Yes. Move freely throughout the territory of India. Can you travel to any part of the country? Can anyone stop you from the same? Answer is no. Can you settle in any part of the country? Can you reside and take home in any part of the country? Yes. Can you practice any profession you want to? Everyone have a right. If they want to become prime minister, they can become prime minister. If they want to do acting, they want to become celebrity, they can become celebrity. They can do each everything, believe me. So no one can stop them from doing so. So basically, these are your guaranteed fundamental rights. First is freedom of speech. Second is assemble peacefully and without arms. Third is form association. Fourth is move freely in the any part of the country. Fifth is reside and settle in any part of the territory. Next is practice any profession or carry on any occupation, trade or business. Very, very clear. So these are the various, these are the various fundamental rights. Okay. So understand here. Let us see in the same fashion. Let us see in the same fashion. Okay. Next is what? Restriction on freedom of speech. See, this freedom of speech is given, but there are certain restrictions. If your speech is creating violence in the society, creating riots in the society, dangal ho jayega, not allowed. Your speech is spoiling the two country relationship, not allowed. Your speech is, against the security of India, like you are talking about where military is posted and what are your secrets, military secrets, that is not allowed. Press, media cannot report that. They can report only after war, but they cannot disclose it before. Your speech is okay, you know, mm, which is not decent, and it is not moral. Okay, if it is immoral, then that is not allowed. Your speech is like you're taking the help of the court. That court is telling Modi ji's chore example. Now, so Rahul Gandhi said that he's using the court name and telling Supreme Court is also telling this. So that is something wrong. Supreme Court did not tell it. Your speech is defaming someone. You have given a speech. Chokidar chor hai. You're telling Prime Minister chor. You're defaming our country and the person. So such speeches are not allowed. See, if it is impacting India's sovereignty, integrity, if it is impacting security of the country, if it is impacting the friendly relation with the foreign state, if it is impacting public order, decency and morality, if it is defaming someone or you are using the contempt of court, such speech are restricted. Very, very clear. So now let us come to the next article. Article number 19 is guaranteed rights. Article number 19 is guaranteed rights. Article number 21 is protection of life and personal liberty. Can anyone personal liberty can be stopped? Even Kasab, he have a right till he was declared criminal. He had the right that to live, have food, good stay. He had a security guard everywhere. Do you understand this? Everyone have a right of protection of life. Not only protection, you'll get food and everything, but you also have a liberty, freedom in the life to develop. That is article number 21. And also article 21 is telling that live with respect. No one can insult you. Only not live, but live with respect. And like noise pollution, someone is doing noise pollution which is impacting your freedom and impacting your personal life is against article number 21. Very, very clear. Then article 21A, that is right to education. In India, every child from 6 year till 14 year should get compulsory and free education. So obviously government have made government schools. This is a different story that we people go to private school, but it doesn't mean those who cannot afford are getting free and compulsory education from 6 year till 14 years. Okay. Then right against exploitation, there are two things. Right against exploitation, there are two things. Okay, understand here. Right against exploitation, we'll be talking about two things. If someone is selling human beings, like you are selling human being, trafficking human beings and beggars and making them beg and collect money, and you are exploiting them, forced labor, they are forced to work 24 hours, you are exploiting them, allowed or not allowed? Tell me friends, what do you think? Allowed or not allowed? Answer is not allowed. 100% not allowed. Similarly, child labor means those who are below 14 years can be employed to work or cannot be employed to work. No, it is child labor. There is a law which punish you. Article 24 is telling child labor not allowed. Article 23 is telling that you cannot exploit the human beings. Then 25, 26, 27, 28 deals with religion. 25, 26, 27, 28 deals with religion. See, can you practice any religion? Can you practice any religion you want to? Suppose I am Hindu, I want to follow Christianity. Or I am Christian, I want to follow Hinduism. Can I change the religion and follow what I want to? Yes. Can I manage religious affairs? Can I conduct, arti, puja, whatever I want to do? Or religious activity? Can I do that? Yes, it's my right. Okay. And those organizations running religious activity are need not pay taxes. They are not being charged that much. Okay. And you can attend any religious workshop. You can attend any religious instructions that is allowed. So basically article 25 is telling follow any religion. 26 is manage religious affairs. 27 is they are the payment of taxes not then for religious institutions, and follow any workshop, any gathering relating to any prayers which I want to under article 28. So if your rights are being infringed, your rights are being contravened, your rights are being deprived, what is the remedy? Remedy is you can approach directly to Supreme Court. Remedy is you can approach directly to Supreme Court. Article 32 is giving remedy whereby there is a remedy and if your guaranteed rights are being impacted, you can directly raise the matter with the highest court of the land. You need not fight with the district court. You can directly approach Supreme Court for your protection of the guaranteed rights. Under Article 32, Supreme Court can take action and get your rights implemented. Now I am coming to the part 3. Part 3 is not rights. Part 3 is DPSPs. What is DPSPs? Directive Principles of State Policy. Part 3 is, DPSPs, Directive Principles of State Policy. I'll show you this. Hold on. Are you listening? Are you connected? Are you there? Part 3 is DPSPs, Directive Principles of State Policy. DPSPs. I'm waiting for your comments. Yes. What is DPSPs? It starts from Article 36. See, for these DPSPs, the Constitution is telling the state, please follow these guidelines while making law. Please follow these guidelines. Please follow these principles while making law. But you cannot take action to enforce DPSPs. But the state should keep in mind while making law the directions to be followed in case of DPSPs. Do you understand this? So, one thing is very clear. DPSPs, suppose there is in the article written, cow slaughtering is not allowed. Can I go and file a case? In DPSP it is written, cow slaughtering should be stopped. Now, can I go and file a case by using reference to article 2? But if in the article it is written protection of personal liberty and protection of life, okay, now someone is infringing my liberty and my protection of life, can I go to the court? Yes. So you cannot go to the court taking into the guidelines of DPSPs. It is just a guidelines which are given to the state while making law. It is the guidelines given to the state while making law. So now article number 36. Article number 36. See, what is state or DPSPs? State policy. State has the same meaning as in part 3. Guys, part 3 state was state government. Do you remember article 12? So article 36 is that for this part, state means the same as given in article number 12. State means the same as given in article number 12. Are you understanding? That is called as DPSPs, Directive Principles of State Policies. So one by one, article 36 is telling that state means the same as given in article number 12. Now let us develop this. What is article number 37? See, article 37 that is telling that can you approach court for DPSPs? Yes or no? Is it enforceable in the court or not enforceable in the court? Please comment. Waiting for a comment. Yes, right, not enforceable. Perfect. Correct commenting going on. So now I am going forward. Let us understand DPSPs. DPSPs, basically if I am talking about, that is article number 37, application of principles contained in this part. Let us understand this. Application of principles contained in this part. State shall not be enforceable by any court, but a principle laid down are nevertheless important, right? So these are the just a guideline. Now what is 38? Every state should try to see social order. Everyone is living peacefully. There is no inequality. Everyone is having good facility, good status. Everyone is getting, like enhancing life to grow. Everyone is getting justice. Everyone is getting political justice, economic justice, social justice under article number 38. Do you understand this? The state should secure social order for the promotion of welfare of the people. The state should work for the welfare of the people. Article 39 is telling that treat men, women equally. Treat men, women equally and see that the resources of the country are used for common goods, not for personal goods. Resources should be used for electricity, food should be given to everyone, common purpose and not for personal purpose. Very, very clear. There should be equal pay between men and women. If men is working 10 hours, woman is working 10 hours, you are giving 15,000 to men and 12,000 to women. Not allowed. Equal pay between men and women should take place, and the concentration of wealth in few hands should not be there. Rich becoming rich, not. Everyone should get the benefits and they should work for a common purpose, detriment. So these are article number 39. You should work for the health and the strength of the workers and children is not being abused, and childhood and youth are protected against exploitation. Are you understanding this? So article 39 is talking about many things. Treat men, women equally. Pay equally to the men and women. Okay. Don't concentrate wealth in the hands of few people. Work for a common goal. Okay. And health and the strength of the worker and children should not be misused, and children and youth should not be exploited. These are many things said in article number 39. When we come to 39A, see, law is helping everyone, court is helping everyone. But can a poor afford court? If poor is being exploited, court is open to him. But can he really, do we really apply for the cases? Yes or no? Do we really file a case in the court of law? Answer is no. Why? Because there is a huge legal matter. You require a lot of money, patience, time, and the poor is not having that. So this is ultimately he is not getting justice. This is ultimately he is not getting justice as per Article 39A. To get justice, give them free legal assistance, give them advocate, give them consultation, provide them free legal aid so that the poor who is economically backward and disabled are getting justice. Then only it will make a sense. Otherwise, poor will be exploited. Provide them free legal aid and help, and for because they are economically weaker and disabled, and therefore as per Article 39A, it is equal justice and free legal aid need to be given. That is Article 39A. 40. See, villages, we need to appoint panchayat, village panchayat. They will be self independent so that the things are done at a small scale, groundwork at a faster rate. See, everything cannot be dependent on government. Where all government will look after? Country is so big, so big population in our country. So let the the villages have panchayat who are self independent and they can do everything. Article 41 is telling that everyone have a right to work, education, and public assistance. Secure the right of work. Everyone have a right to do what they want to. Take the respective education and public assistance in case of unemployment and age. If they are berozgar, if they are not getting job, they are old age, then guys, they apply to the government, will try to get some assistance for you, help for you. Getting my point? Same way, 42 is telling that provide human working conditions. See, you are giving work, but worker is not getting water to drink. Worker is not getting a place to sit. Worker is not getting a canteen to have food. He is not getting a washroom to have cleanliness. So, are you giving him no ventilation? He is not getting a proper table to work. Tell me, is there a human condition or inhuman condition? All these are inhuman conditions for work, and so you should provide good working conditions and maternity relief. Those who are pregnant, who are expecting a kid, should be given some relief, holiday and relaxation so that the health is good and everything is fine. Very clear. Now give living wages to the worker. See, one is giving wages and one is giving living wages. Give that. Don't give a wage that is cut to cut. They have food and they are sleeping. Give them some living wages which increase their standard of living, which increase their standard of living and which enhances their standard of living. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? Yes or no? Are you listening? Who are there? Please tell. Anisha A, Pujita, Neha CS, Pavana. Okay, so give them good wages so that they are getting a good living conditions. Similarly, okay, let workers also give their opinion in the management. Let everyone grow the industries and establishment. Let them also be a take a part into the management. So they create unions and the union head go and represent. Have a uniform civil code, one nation, one law. This is a debatable topic. I should not talk this, but best example, if a Hindu is taking a divorce, there is a different method, and a Muslim or Islam, you're taking a divorce, there is a different method. We don't want religion-based things. We want one nation, one rule, whatever may be. So that is called as uniform civil code, and on this, India is fighting a lot. Okay, they are trying to create a uniform code everywhere. Okay, same way, free and compulsory education. It is your right as well, and it is a direction also. It is your fundamental right as well as your direction. Free and compulsory education up to 14 years of age is mandatory. Then promote ST, SC and other weaker section and economically weaker section, give them education and economic interest for their welfare. Article number 46. Duty of the state to level the nutrition level and standard of living and improve public health. COVID, we have seen government done a lot, vaccination, this, that, yes or no. Why they are doing it? Because public health is important. Okay, and their nutrition level is important. So provide everything, whatever possible, so that their level of nutrition, standard of living, and public health will increase as per Article 47. So the raise the level of nutrition, raise the level of standard of living, and improve public health so that their standard of living increases under Article 47. Are you understanding this? Yes or no? Yes, 47. 48. Do things for agriculture and animal husbandry. Okay, develop the good cattle, goat, cow, everything which is good cattle we require. Develop modern methods in agriculture, scientific methods, and improve the breeds and prohibit the slaughtering of cow and calves and other things. Okay, so try to get modernization in agriculture, scientific method in agriculture, and improve animal husbandry, improve their breed, and stop the slaughtering of cow. Same way, 48A. 48A, protect, safeguard forest, wildlife, and improve the environment. Protect and improve the environment and safeguard the forest and wildlife. Very, very clear. 48A. 49. Protect all the monuments, Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, Lal Killa, correct, and which are of national importance is obligatory upon the state. Every government, every state should protect the monuments. So it is our representation. 49 is telling that, and 50 is telling that judiciary system should be separated from executive, and that is there. We have a separate judiciary system, courts and executive. The officers are different who are running income tax department, police department. They are separate. Executive is separate, and judiciary is separate. Then try to promote international peace and security. Have good relation with various countries. Modi ji is doing that. Okay. Obviously, our security is important, but at the same time, international peace. We don't want world war. We don't want war. We want peace. International peace is important, and security is important under Article 51. So all these from 36 to 51 are DPSPs. From 36 to 51 are DPSPs. But when it is DPSPs, now 51A is about your duties towards the country. When you have a right, you also have a duty. So fundamental duties, see, right was in part 3, then your DPSP is in part 4, and duties are in part 4A. Okay, right, if your right is infringed, you can approach court, higher Supreme Court. Okay, but DPSPs you cannot approach court, it is a guidelines. Okay, but now we are coming towards fundamental duties under Article 51A. Fundamental duties under Article 51A. Do you understand this? So let us come to one by one the duties which we are talking about. Are you understanding this? So what are the duties of our towards us? First duty is respect the idols, national flag and national anthem. Whenever there is a national anthem going on, stand up and respect. Respect the national flag. Respect the idols and the institutions which are running this. Okay. Cherish and follow the noble idols who have been fighting for national freedom. Bhagat Singh. Okay. Cherish them, follow them, respect them. Okay. Try to protect India's unity. There are many people are doing tukde tukde gang. They are trying to do fight among our country. They are spoiling our country. They are spoiling our unity. We all Indians are one. Try to protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India and to defend the country and whenever called upon. See, whenever there is a war and the country needs you and they tell you, please come down, we require you, you have to, you must go. See, at least in our country, there is no compulsory you have to join army. Other countries, if you want government job, first 3 years, first serve in army, then only you can get a government job. Getting my point? So first, respect the national flag, national anthem. Cherish and follow the noble idols. Okay. Protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. Defend the country whenever called upon. Whenever called upon. Try to get common brotherhood spirit. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, all are one. Don't fight. Get the brotherhood spirit and cherish our culture. See, Western culture, Indian culture. Our culture is very beautiful. Respect that. A woman wearing a sari is unique culture. We have it. Whenever some elder is coming, we touch their feet is a very good culture. Respect it. Saying namaste is a very good culture. In COVID, foreigner also said namaste. Getting my point? So our culture is also unique. Protect it. I'm not telling others are bad. They are also good. But why not protect our culture? At the same time, improve, protect and improve national natural environment, forest, lake, river. There is a river, you throw plastic, you throw something. No, you protect that. It should be very clean. Best. Whenever you're going in a forest, don't throw things here and there. Okay. Develop humanism and spirit of inquiry and reforms. Scientific temper. Think logically what is happening. Don't just see what you see in social media. Have your own thought process. Have your own way of inquiry. Protect the public property. Bus stand, you people throw stones, hit the buses, and it is public property. Tax is being paid, and with that tax money, we're making that asset and work for the excellence of individuals. So these are certain duties which we have to do. See, respect national flag anthem, respect the national struggle who has done for our freedom. Okay, then protect, simple, protect the our culture. Okay, then protect all the national environment. Similarly, develop sense of inquiry and protect public properties, work for the best of human excellence. These are the various things which are basically the happening in the same scenario. Okay, read this. Okay, I hope you are clear. So we are done with duties, we are done with rights, we are done with DPSPs. Are you listening, friends? Are you connected? Please tell me yes or no. Yes, perfect. So now we are developing the further discussions and we are coming towards parliament. See, parliament consists of what? Parliament consists of the head. Parliament consists of the head is president, and then followed by the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay. Lok Sabha is called as House of People, House of People, and Rajya Sabha is called as Council of States. House of People, and it is called as Council of States. Very clear. Let us see the website. Okay, let us see the website. Lok Sabha, loksabha.nic.in. This is Lok Sabha, which is Parliament, Lok Sabha, House of People. The speaker is Sri Om Birla. Okay, followed by Rajya Sabha .nic.in. That is, Rajya Sabha is Council of States, which is there under the same. Okay, that is, Rajya Sabha is called as Council of States. Okay, and we have the Supreme, that is President of India. Yes, Ramnath Kovindji is the President of India. Welcome to the website of the President of India. Okay, so this is the website, official website of the President of India, who is there. Okay, and he is the superior person in the country. He is the superior person in the country. Very, very clear. Okay, so now let us understand this, how this happens. See, first thing, Parliament. There shall be a parliament for the union which consists of president and two houses, that is Council of States and House of People. Council of States is Rajya Sabha, House of People is Lok Sabha, whereby president is elected by whom? Who elects president? All the members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and all the members of legislative states and legislative council and legislative assembly all together vote and appoint one president. So basically, president is appointed by elected members of elected members of both houses of parliament, and also the elected members of the state government, that is legislative assembly. Elected member of legislative assembly. Now let us understand one by one, what does can president do? See, before that, our country is a federal country or unitary country. What do you mean by federal? Powers are distributed. And what do you mean by unitary? What do you mean by federal? Powers are distributed. And what do you mean by unitary? Unitary means power is at one place. So our country is federal. It is powers are among some powers with state government, some powers with central government, some powers with local body. But in certain cases, it is unitary. So it is both. Our constitution is basically federal, but with certain unitary features. Okay. So now federal means what? There is dual government. There is distribution of power. Obviously, constitution is supreme, and as per constitution, power is distributed. Under constitution, there are three lists: list 1, list 2, and list 3. List 1, list 2, list 3 divide the powers among all the things, and there is separate independent judiciary system, and there is, this constitution is very rigid to amend, so it is very difficult to amend. No one can amend it so easily. Therefore we are following which system? Federal system. Dual government, distribution of power, supremacy of constitution, independence of judiciary, and written constitution with a rigid process. But in certain cases, it is unitary. Unitary means what? Unitary means exclusive power with the top. Like Chief Justice can be appointed by President. High Court judges can be appointed by President. Okay. Then in certain state matters, Parliament will decide. Okay, then state government is dependent upon funding for from the president, sorry, from the central. Okay, then central government can direct the state government in certain cases. Seeing this point, don't you think the powers are concentrated at one place? Seeing these points, don't you think the powers are concentrated at one place? Yes or no? Seeing this point, don't you think the powers are concentrated at one place? Yes or no? Yes, because president is appointing judiciary system, chief justice, judges of high court. Then what is happening here? Okay, making law is done by central government. Law making majorly is done by central government. Then certain special circumstances, parliament can make law related to state matters. Certain special circumstances, parliament can make law in state matters. Then can the central government give direction to state? Yes, and state government is dependent upon central for funding. In this way, the whole is the unitary as well as federal. So in certain cases we are federal, and in certain cases we are following unitary system. Now let us come to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now let us come to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. What is happening in Lok Sabha? What is Rajya Sabha and everything? Okay. So now this is Rajya Sabha. See, Rajya Sabha consists of 250 members maximum. Out of 250 members, 238 are appointed by every state and union territories, and 12 are nominated by president. The president nominates them on arts, science, sports, education, law. Based on that, president appoints 12 members, and this these are basically all the state representative are sent in the Rajya Sabha. All the state representative are sent in Rajya Sabha, which is called as Council of States. Which is called as Council of States. Let me explain you this. How many members are there? 250. Out of 250, 238 are appointed by states and union territory, and 12 are appointed by the President of India. 12 are nominated by President of India. President nominate them based on arts, sports, okay, etc. etc. There are many grounds. Okay, I'll give you the list. Mary Com. Do you know Mary Com? Must have heard about Mary Com. Mary Com is being elected by president based on sports. See, current members must changes. Mahesh Jetmalani based on law, Sonal Mansingh arts, Ram Shakal social worker, Rakesh Sinha literature, Rupa Ganguly art, Swapan Das Gupta journalism, Sambhaji Raje social worker, Suresh Gopi, Subramaniam Swamy, Ranjan Gogoi and Mary Kom. Presently there are 11. President can appoint 12 maximum. Okay. So these are the people who are nominated by the president based on this. So see, in Rajya Sabha there are 12 members nominated by president and not more than 238 members appointed by state and union territories. Members nominated by president are based on literature, science, arts and social service. They are elected by the elected members of the legislative assembly. They are elected by the elected members of legislative assembly of the state. Very, very clear. So this was about Rajya Sabha. Please read this. Any query here? Are you understanding? Yes or no? Okay, now let us proceed. So with this was Rajya Sabha. Now we'll talk about Lok Sabha. Lok in Hindi is people, house of people. So Lok Sabha is again like 552 members. Out of 552, 530 are elected not by state, means by people of the state. And 20 by people of Union Territory, and two members is Anglo-Indian community will be appointed by the president. So the total in Lok Sabha is 552. 530 are elected by people of state. Then 20 is appointed by people of Union Territory, and two are Anglo-Indian community president will appoint them. Okay, so this is what Lok Sabha is composed of representative chosen by direct election on the basis of adult. The maximum strength is allowed is 552. 530 is elected by state, 20 by union territories, and 2 by Anglo-Indian community. Very very clear. Under this Lok Sabha, there is separate active ministers who are actually they are called as cabinet ministers, and this is, see, every 552 don't have all the work, they come in decision making part, but who are active in the work, who are, see, in a, it's like a sleeping partner and a active partner. Do you understand? Sleeping partner just come take decisions and go, but active partner look after day to day working of the government. So that people, that ministers who are looking after day to day working of the government are called as council ministers or council of ministers. So the council of minister directly report to the president. The head of the council of minister is the prime minister. The head of the council of minister is the prime minister, and basically basically prime minister is being appointed, okay, by the president, and then the prime minister suggest the president who should be in a team, who should be in a cricket match, okay, and the total maximum members in council of ministers cannot exceed 15% of the all the people. See, understand? God bless. Sorry. See, 15% of all the people in the Lok Sabha. Suppose maximum is 550. So if I am talking about, they cannot exceed more than 550 to 15%. Let me take a calculator. My maths is weak. 83. Almost 82 people is allowed in Council of Ministers. So basically, the total numbers cannot, and they enjoy under the Council of Ministers. Still, the president want to, but everyone is responsible to the Lok Sabha. They are accountable to the Lok Sabha. They need to, to the Lok Sabha, and these ministers take oath in the presence of the president. These ministers take oath and in the presence of the president. Like if I'm talking about Narendra Modi taking oath in presence of president. God bless everyone. Sorry. Prime Minister Narendra Modi taking oath. President will be standing next to him and seeing that he's taking the oath. Are you getting this? Are you understanding this? Yes or no? Okay. So this was about Council of Ministers. Now we are talking about state government level. At central government, there is Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and head is president. State level head is governor. State level head is governor, and in state level there is legislative council and legislative assembly. Legislative council and legislative assembly. The head is the governor. Obviously, governor is appointed by president, and there is legislative council and legislative assembly, right guys? But believe me, both is not there in every state. Okay, the two houses in every state, there will be legislative assembly. But where the state is big, where the population is big, there would be both the houses, that is legislative council and legislative assembly. Okay. So now what is my point? In the following state, there is both legislative council and assembly. Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh. But in one state, that is basically what called as one state, that is called as that other states, there will be only one thing, that is legislative assembly. Very, very clear. Again repeating. So these states, there are both, that is council as well as assembly, but other state there is only legislative assembly. So what is the term? For how many years? They will continue for 5 years in every state. And again, there is reappointment. Okay. How many members in legislative assembly and how many members in legislative council? Let us discuss that. See, understand, at state level there is legislative, there is legislative council, and there is legislative assembly. In assembly, it is maximum and minimum. Okay, maximum 500 and minimum how much is 60. Minimum how much is 60 for assembly. And what about council? When it comes to council, minimum is, or maximum is how much, and minimum is how much? Minimum is 40 and maximum is one third of the total strength in legislative assembly. One third of the total strength in legislative assembly is the case of legislative council and assembly. Who is the head of the state legislative assembly and council? Is the governor. The head is the governor, which is appointed by the president, and he hold office till the president is telling. But see, in one state there cannot be two, three governors. In one state like Maharashtra or in Gujarat, there cannot be four governors. But one governor can govern four, five states. One governor can govern four, five states. So there shall be governor for each state, but the same person can be appointed for two, three states. But in one state there will be one governor only, and he is having the same powers like president. He is having the same powers like president. Now we are coming towards the judiciary system. The highest judiciary system in the country is Supreme Court. Which is the highest judiciary system, beta? Supreme Court, then High Court, and then District Court, in which civil and criminal courts are different. High Court can take both civil and criminal matters. Supreme Court can take both the criminal and civil matters, but District Court, there will be separate court for civil court, and there is a separate, that is criminal court. Do you understand this? So what was the story before independence? Before independence, there was no Supreme Court. There was no Supreme Court. The highest court was Privy Council. The highest court was Privy Council. Do you understand this? The highest court was Privy Council, okay, which was the highest authority. Then appeals from High Court. See what used to happen earlier before independence. I'll tell you. This is before independence. Before independence. See what happened before independence. Before independence, the highest High Court, then you appeal to Federal Court. Federal Court followed by, okay, Federal Court followed by Privy Council. Privy Council was the highest. But now in India, High Court and directly there is Supreme Court. So Supreme Court is working like both Privy Council and Federal Court. Supreme Court is working like both Privy Council and basically what called as Federal Court. Do you understand this? Yes or no, friends? Yes or no, friends? Tell me yes or no. But earlier, before independence, was there High Court? Yes or no? Was there High Court? Yes or no? Tell me. Yes, there was High Court. To be very clear, before independence there was High Court, but after independence also there is also High Court. Therefore, Bombay High Court. Now the place is Mumbai, but still the name is Bombay High Court. Madras High Court. Now the place is Chennai, but it is still Madras High Court. It was all before, right, guys? So see this. The Privy Council was the highest authority for British India. Appeals from High Court laid was in Federal Court and then Privy Council. Supreme Court in the sense has inherent the jurisdiction of both Privy Council and Federal Court. Supreme Court has inherited the jurisdiction of both Privy Council and Federal Court. The jurisdiction of Supreme Court under Constitution is much more than the two previous courts. See, these two previous court has less power, but now Supreme Court have a lot of power as compared to this. No. So what is Supreme Court? Supreme Court have three powers. It is the highest court. Second, it can pass order. When they pass order, they give order. That's called as writ, and they advise the president. So there are three things. It is the highest court. They pass writ and they advise the president also. Read this. Read this. Okay, understanding this. So this is about High Court, Supreme Court, which is having the high. It is the highest court which passes writ and they advise the president as well. Now, what was about High Court before Constitution? Before Constitution come into picture, High Court was there or not there? Yes, it was there. Some High Court existed before Constitution. High Court in British India was established under the Indian High Court Act 1861. But after constitution also some new high courts are being created, and basically such high courts are there which are seeing all the matters, income tax matters, which are seeing regular courts. Some high court like Bombay High Court, Calcutta, Delhi have civil matters which look after civil trial also, and they also pass it. Now let us come up with the subordinate court. Let us come up with the subordinate court. In subordinate court, the matters like civil wrong, which is private wrong, will look after civil court, and which is public wrong will be looked in criminal courts. In criminal courts, there is magistrate and court of sessions. Court of session is ISC. Court have a lot of hierarchy. It is not only there are three courts: High Court, Supreme Court, and District Court, under which there are so many hierarchies we don't know. That's a very clear thing. So basically, there is Court of Sessions and magistrate, in which magistrate means executive magistrate and judicial magistrate. See, what do you mean by executive magistrate and judicial magistrate? I'll explain. See, executive magistrate means, okay, executive magistrate means which is for immediate public order. Like someone want to do morcha, and someone believe that it will lead to riots. They want to stop the morcha and the peace march or whatever may be. So they will go to the executive magistrate and immediately pass the order. Tell them to pass the order because the public tranquility or the public peace should not be disturbed. So this decision is taken by executive magistrate. But once the crime is done, once wrong is done, now to take a decision in that is justice magistrate or judicial magistrate, in which there is second class and first class. See, like it may happen that first class can declare 10 years jail, second class, example I'm taking, may declare 6 years jail. So power is being distributed, and then court of sessions can trial all the offense and have the power to offense any sentence, even death sentence. But before giving death sentence, they will take the high court permission. Before this, they will take the high court permission. Are you understanding this? So in criminal matters, I'll explain you again. Criminal courts are there which have two things. One is what? One is magistrate and one is court of sessions. Which is superior? Court of session. All of they can declare death sentence, they can tell lifetime imprisonment, but magistrate cannot declare more. Okay, they are having little less scope. In magistrate, there is executive and justice magistrate. Executive is for public order decision, and once the crime is done, then that is justice. And in justice, there is second class and first class. In justice, there is second class and first class which is taking place. Are you understanding? Okay, friends. So these are certain codes which you understand very well. And then there are different big cities. There are in big cities, the magistrate is called as metropolitan magistrate. Cities like Ahmedabad, Delhi, they are metropolitan magistrate, and in other big cities there are also session court, that's city session court. Court of sessions will be called as, see, magistrate will be called in city as metropolitan magistrate, and court of sessions will be called as city sessions. Court of session will be called as city sessions. I hope you are understanding this. Let me connect my charger. Yes. Again, I am repeating. Criminal matters are looked in magistrate and court of session. Which is superior in this? Please comment in the comment section. Which is superior? Which is superior? Which is superior? Superior is court of session. But in big cities, court of session is called as city session court. Okay. And magistrate cannot declare all type, like death sentence, magistrate cannot declare. Like lifetime imprisonment, magistrate cannot declare. Court of session can declare. Okay. Magistrate, there are two types, executive and justice. In big cities, it is called as metropolitan magistrate. In big cities, it is called as metropolitan magistrate. And magistrate are of two types, that is executive and justice. Executive is like public order, public peace need to be maintained. And once the time is done, then decision is taken in justice. And again, there are two types, first class and second class. Nowadays, there is a special courts, special tribunal. Like for company law, there will be tribunal called as National Company Law Tribunal. For environmental law, we cannot delay decisions. We need to take faster decision. We have created separate court which is called as National Green Tribunal. I'll just show you how. If I put NCLT, so in NCLT, I'll show you the website. This is NCLT. This will look after company law and it is a court for company law. Then, if I'm talking about NGT, National Green Tribunal, okay, greentribunal.gov, this is taking decision regarding environmental law. So these are the courts which are focusing only on one area. See what happens in district court, all matter come down. So decision making is delayed 20 or 30 years. We cannot delay the decision. So where there is importance, we have created special courts which are called as tribunal and which will take faster decision, which is called as special tribunal. So there are labor law tribunal, custom tribunal, there are basically direct tax tribunal, income tax tribunal, okay, competition law tribunals, which are there, which is taking faster decisions, guys. And anything, any power to pass a writ, a remedy, you can approach a high court under article 226 and you can approach Supreme Court under article 32. For any remedy, can you approach high court? Yes. For any remedy, can you approach high court? Yes. Can you approach Supreme Court? Yes. You can approach high court under article 226 and you can approach Supreme Court under article 32. So guys, now I am coming towards various writs which are passed by the various courts. Are you listening? Are you present? Tell me yes or no. There are various writs which are passed by the court. Are you listening to me? Yes or no? Waiting for your comments. Yes, you're there. So guys, with this, there are 5 writs you need to understand. Writ of habeas corpus, writ of certiorari, writ of prohibition, writ of mandamus, and writ of quo warranto. Again, I am repeating. What is writ? Order passed by the High Court and Supreme Court is called as writ. What are the various writs? Habeas corpus, certiorari, prohibition, quo warranto, and writ of prohibition. These are the 5 types of writs which you need to understand. Are you getting this? So one by one, I'll be talking about the writs which are being passed by the Indian Constitution. Basically, High Court, not Indian Constitution, High Court and Supreme Court. Habeas corpus. Habeas corpus means if someone is being detained by police, by government, by state without any reason, without any lawful justification, don't you think his fundamental right of freedom, personal liberty, protection of life is being infringed? If someone is being detained in police is arresting someone and keeping inside jail for 5 days without any reason just to harass, tell me, don't you think that person is right is being infringed? Yes or no? Tell me, comment yes or no. Yes. So that person, to protect himself where he is being detained by the authority, will approach High Court or can directly approach Supreme Court and apply for habeas corpus. And court will ask the detaining authority what grounds you are arrested him, on what grounds you have detained him. If there is no genuine reason, court will tell the detaining authority to release him immediately. You cannot keep him into the custody. Such is called as habeas corpus. Such is called as habeas corpus. Do you understand this? Such will be called as habeas corpus. The best example is Arnav Goswami. Arnav Goswami, the head of the Republic Bharat India, okay, that news channel, he was detained and now he was inside the jail with, against the case which was shut down and clean sheet was given. So police put him behind the bars. He approached High Court telling that, please High Court, I am being detained without any reason. I am being bodily stopped. My legal right is affected. It is my fundamental right to live with freedom. How can they put me behind the bars? Now, High Court heard both the parties, and High Court said that please release him. You cannot arrest him. There is no reason to arrest him. That is basically habeas corpus. I'll show you how what happened. Okay. The applicant may be prisoner himself or any person acting on his behalf to safeguard his liberty. Okay. An appeal to Supreme Court may also lie. If it is rejected by High Court, you can go to Supreme Court. And if they disobey the writ, then there is a punishment by the court. If the retaining authority don't listen it. Okay. When a prima facie for issue of writ has been, the court will issue a rule upon relevant authority. Show cause why the writ should not be issued. Tell us why it should not be free. And if there is no answer, then writ of habeas corpus will be passed. Now, what is mandamus? Mandamus means to command, to get things done. Mandamus means to get things done. If they are not doing it, getting the public duty performed is mandamus. Getting the public duty performed is mandamus. Mandamus is issued against public authority. And generally, if suppose example, okay, this is happening and it is a legal right and getting things done. Suppose example, the lower court is not taking the case. Can the higher court tell us, please take the case, you need to pass the order. Okay. Or the public authority is not doing. Suppose Ganga Safai Abhiyan is not done, is not completed. So now someone filed a writ of mandamus. Court is asking the public authority why the project is delayed. Complete the project. Getting the project done is called as mandamus. Getting the work done by the public authority is mandamus. Getting things done is called as mandamus. Are you understanding and listening to me? Yes or no? Are you listening to me? Yes or no, friends? Yes. So now this is mandamus. Now prohibition. Stopping things done. See, if lower court is not working properly, they are violating, they are not giving principle of justice. Okay, stopping them and taking the case at higher court and Supreme Court. See, getting things done is mandamus, stopping things done is prohibition. Command is mandamus, inactivity is prohibition. Are you understanding this? So now can they pass a matter? Okay, and can they pass the order of prohibition and stop the inferior court to take the case because they are not. A writ of prohibition is issued to an inferior court, preventing the inferior court from the jurisdiction which is not legally vested to. Suppose that court is not allowed to take the case and still they are taking the case. Can you pass a writ and stop the court? Yes or no? Yes, that is called as prohibition. Can they pass an order against the police? Generally, it is against the court. Okay, but can they stop the police who are not allowed to open the case and they are working it? Yes. So that is prohibition. And if I am talking about the certiorari, what do you mean by certiorari? Okay, see, if the lower court has not given principle of natural justice, if the lower court has contravened principle of natural justice, if the lower court has done some error, if the lower court have exceeded their powers and then pass a decision, now can the higher court and the Supreme Court, High Court and the Supreme Court pass certiorari and cancel the decision and take a decision? Yes or no? If lower court is exceeded their jurisdiction, exceeded their power, if lower court has denied principle of natural justice, not given opportunity of telling, if lower court has done some error, can Supreme Court pass writ of certiorari under Article 32 and High Court pass writ of certiorari under Article 226? Yes or no, friends? Yes or no, friends? Please tell me. So what is all these? I'll tell you. Wait. See, habeas, spelling mistake may take place. Habeas corpus. I'll put a word file. Wait, I'll give a summary. Habeas corpus is to stop illegal detention without any reason there, which is being without any reason, and free person from such detention. Right, friends? That is habeas corpus. Now, mandamus, to command, to get public duty performed by inferior courts and public authority, to get work done if they're not doing. That is mandamus. Mandamus is getting work done. Prohibition means it commands inactivity. It commands inactivity. Okay. To stop inferior court to exceed its jurisdiction. To stop the one. Okay. Now what is certiorari? Spelling mistake may take place. Just hold on. Certiorari is Certior. Certiorari. Certiorari. Certiorari is to what? Certiorari is to slash decision of lower court and take decision because of the following reason. Because there is error which is apparent clear error, or denied they denied principle of natural justice. Okay, they denied principle of natural justice. Similarly, if I'm talking about in certiorari, they have exceeded their jurisdiction. So that is certiorari. Very, very clear. So habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, and certiorari. And last is basically co-warrant. See, this is summary. One line you'll understand everything. See, habeas corpus is to free the person who is being illegally detained. Mandamus is government is not doing something, public authority is not doing something, order them to complete the work. Prohibition is stopping something which they should not do. Some court is not having the power to take the case, they are taking the case. And certiorari is the court has taken a decision which is something wrong. Okay, which is something wrong, and therefore taking an action. And co warranto, I'll explain co warranto. Read this first. So now let us come to the co-warrant. See, co-warrant means challenging the officer or challenging the person on what grounds he is holding that office. If someone should not is not eligible to hold as a, like, as a police commissioner post, and is being taken that position, so asking him on what grounds you are holding that public authority, you are holding that chair, questioning him on his eligibility and ineligibility, and if he is ineligible, removing that person from the position is called as co-warrant. Is called as co-warrant. Example, suppose example, Rahul Gandhi is telling that he is a member of parliament, but he did not take any part in the election. Suppose example, he is not nominated by president. There is no grounds, example, or he proved that I have the majority. So prove the majority. A court will ask, please tell on what grounds you are sitting in the parliament, inside the parliament. We challenge your decision, you challenge your position. And now, if he proves it, it's fine. If he doesn't prove it, then he is removed from the office. Such removal is called as co-warranto. Such removal is called as co-warranto. Inquiry. It is an inquiry of the person who is claiming to an office and a position which he is not. Inquiry about the position of a person in an office or position which he is claiming. This is about all the list about the writs which are being discussed. Now ulta we are doing, we should talk first preamble and then we come to the further discussions. But we have not talked about the preamble of the constitution. Let us discuss the preamble of the constitution. So with this, a quick revision which we have done, and we have done 4 topics out of 5. Only there is a small topic, that is CS legislation. We'll be just going through that in brief, just go through, but that topic you need to do it, otherwise I've done a major part. See, what is preamble? We all people come together and decide as on 26th November 2000 26th November 1949 that we resolve and make this constitution. We make this as superior, that is sovereign, socialist, for the people, secular, all religion is the head. We are not giving any particular religion as the official religion. We follow every religion. Democratic republic, for the people, appointed by the people, so that every citizen get justice, social justice, economic justice, political justice. Every people get freedom, liberty of thought, expression, belief they want to believe. Equality, everyone is equal, and fraternity, that brotherhood and the lovely relation. We want to secure justice to every citizen. We want to secure liberty, freedom of every person. We want everyone equal, and fraternity, that is dignity and the respect. And now with this we are making this as the sovereign, superior. This is the superior, every other thing is secondary. This is the preamble of the constitution, which is in the bare constitution also. I'll show you Constitution of India, and see this preamble, preface, not preamble, whereby it is talking about everything. Okay, just hold on. Preamble. We, the people of India, have solemnly resolved to constitute India to be a which country? India is the government will be the top socialist country, secular country, democratic country, republic country. Democratic country means no one will lead alone. It is a democracy. Everyone have a right, and the government will be appointed by public, for the people, by the people, of the people. And by this we want what exactly? We want justice to all the citizens. We want liberty to all the citizens, equality among all the citizens, and fraternity to all the citizens. Justice, everyone should get economic justice, political justice, social justice, liberty of thought, expression, freedom. They want to worship, they want to do, and equality of status and opportunity, and promote all fraternity, a good brotherhood relationship among every citizen of India. That is basically called as the preamble. Now there is a small topic which is basically, now if I'm coming towards the next topic, which is elements of CS, company legislation, which is talking about you. So we'll just talk about ICSI. See, ICSI Institute, ICSI is headed by, the management administration is done by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. See this, under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay, and it is created by Act, Company Secretaries Act, Company Secretaries Act. Okay, 1900 and something, 1980, I guess. Let me check. mca.gov.in. This ministry is the head of for ICSI, and there is an act which we follow. Okay, where there is an act which we follow. There are various acts, LLP Act. So there is Company Secretaries Act. There is Company Secretaries Act 1980. Under this act, this ICSI is being established. ICSI have roughly, see this, you have to use the updated one. In your book it is not updated. So about ICSI, when we click, roughly there are how many members? 65,000 members, and roughly there are 2.5 lakh students of ICSI, with the head office headquarters at New Delhi, 4 regional offices at New Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata, and 72 chapter offices. 72 chapter offices. ICSI believe, what is the vision statement? What is the vision, motto, and mission? The vision statement is to become the global leaders in corporate governance. Corporate governance means corporate communications. Okay. And how will become that mission? We will develop high caliber professional like you guys. Okay. We'll develop high caliber professional like you guys. And what motto we follow, what slogan we follow, what rules we follow: speak the truth and abide by every law. Speak the truth and abide by every law. Satyavad and Dharmachar. Satyavad and Dharmachar. This is a motto. Okay. So understand here. See, first thing, it is a statutory body which is established under Company Secretaries Act 1980. It is managed by MCA, and it is providing top education to CS and best quality standard to members. There are almost 65,000 members and 250,000 students. Headquarters is in Delhi and 4 regional offices at Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai, and there are 72 chapters across the country. There are 72 branches across the country. If you see this vision statement, to become a global leaders in corporate governance, and mission statement, if you see, to to develop a high caliber professionals and speak the truth and abide by the law, this is the motto. We want every CS to have integrity, complete package: personality, communication, knowledge, trustworthy. Okay, that is reliable. We want them reliable. People should think, if I'm going to CS, he'll do by, he's responsible. Ethics, follow the right. Ownership, be responsible. And stakeholder centric. We want 5 qualities from you. Integrity is a complete package in you. Ethics, you should have the rightness. Reliable person, you are a reliable person, people trust you. You are ownership, you are taking the responsibility, and you are stakeholder centric. Very, very clear. So let with this, what is CS? CS is defined, company secretary is defined under Company Secretaries Act, and is defined under Companies Act. Let us see the Company Secretaries Act, section 2 subsection 1 sub clause C. CS Act 1980. Under Company Secretaries Act, do you see this? Company Secretaries Act, if I am going to section number 2, section 2, clause 1, C. Who is CS? Those who are the member of ICSI will allowed to be called as CS. Those who become the member, the day you clear your exam and all your training, you will apply for membership form. You will give membership fees. Institute will give you membership. The day you become member, now you can use the word CS in front of your name. So as per section 21C, CS, company secretary, means a person who is the member of the institute. Company secretary means a person who is the member of the institute. Read this. Right, guys? So this was a definition as per CS Act. Let us see Companies Act. Let us see Companies Act. I'm opening Companies Act, and under Companies Act, let me see whenever they use the word secretary or company secretary. Let me see section number 2. Section number 2. Whenever they use the word company secretary or secretary, it means one and the same. Let us see what they are trying to tell. Under Companies Act, you are identified, right, guys? So let me come to this. Section 2, subsection 24. Company secretary or secretary means CS as defined under 21C of CS Act and who is appointed to perform the function of CS under this Act. So this Act is referring to which Act? This Companies Act is telling it has the same meaning what is there in Company Secretaries Act. It has the same meaning as what is there in Company Secretaries Act. Do you understand this? Yes or no? So CS means the same as per the scenario. Very, very clear. And now CS is also considered to be the key managerial person, very important person. Under Companies Act, when you see key managerial person, very important person, that is the head of the company and important position. Let me show you the section 2 subsection 51. Key managerial person means CEO of the company, managing directors, company secretary is also the key managerial person. Whole time director, CFO and such other officer will be key person, very important person. So company secretary is also the comes is recognized key managerial person. Who need to appoint key managerial person? All the listed companies and the companies, public company having turnover more than paid up capital more than 10 crore. Who need to appoint KMP? I'll tell you. KMP is appointed by the listed company, and those public company which is having paid up capital more than 10 crore is called need to appoint the whole time KMP. So guys, this topic is very small topic. You can do on your own. It's a learning topic. With this, it was a fantastic journey of 10-12 hours with you. I enjoyed this quick marathon and a quick revision, whatever word I'm talking about. Definitely, your feedback matters a lot. You can ping me your feedback on my number, okay, WhatsApp number 80876320076, or ping below the video description and in the comment section so that I come to know. I have done whatever best I can cover up in the 10-12 hours journey. But yes, obviously it's not 100%, but yes, majority things are done. Okay, so it was a great session. All the very best for coming examination. Don't forget my name, that is Mayur Agarwal. Keep on learning, keep on rocking, do best, all the very best for your coming examination.